Okay, question number 4 comes in here from Jonathan. Hi there, Jonathan. Thanks for your question and for me being part of the amazing WiggyWam community. So Jonathan's question is, I have 75,000 in the bank doing nothing and wondered if it would be a good idea to pay it off our mortgage, which currently has an outstanding balance of 175,000. House was recently valued between 850 and 900. But this is the only savings we have, so I don't want to risk it by gambling it on investments and the like. My bank have said I can reduce the outstanding mortgage by making extra payments. So I was wondering if there was any benefit in paying, say, 50,000 off the mortgage. That would leave me with 25,000. So should I lose my job, which could potentially happen as I'm in my early 60s, but once that ran out, we would be left with nothing to pay my mortgage off, as the wife has not worked for the past 30 years, as she's been bringing up our children. We could always sell up if we had to, but we've lived in this house for our entire married life. There is also the option of equity release, but I'm not sure how that would work and whether we'd end up losing out. Our mortgage runs until 2033. What would you suggest? Leave things as they are or pay off our mortgage? Right, well, thank you for that question, Jonathan. Quite a bit going on there again, and a couple of perhaps angles to look at with this particular situation. You've got very good equity in your property at this moment in time, and it sounds to me as though by asking this question, you've got one eye on the future as to what's going to happen when you start to approach retirement, and where do you position yourself then with this particular property. It's been your family home for a good period of years. What you haven't mentioned is whether or not you have got a pension that's likely to kick in upon retirement, or whether or not this, 75 grand that you talk about and your home is your entire net worth, as it were. And again, those are some of the things to look at. But with the limited information you've given me here right now, one of the things I'm going to say to you first of all is that it's worth always having locked away in an account somewhere that you can't really touch, having at least 12 months of running expenses locked away in cash on probably a 60-day notice account that you can't get to. All right, now I'm saying this with a whole lot of love, respect and experience, that having that cash tucked away is a great buffer for things that may go wrong in the future. Okay, so I would suggest that 25 grand is going to be more than, it's going to be less than your full 12 months of expenses. So first thing I would do is work out what are our expenses every single month that we're spending, what is 12 months of that, okay, and then put that away, as I say, in a 60-day notice account or what have you, and then just forget about that money. Then whatever else you've got left is something to think about. Now, what I would be tempted to look at in your situation is, first of all, the possibility of downsizing. Okay, as you're starting to approach retirement, you've got a good chunk of equity there. Is it worth then looking at maybe buying a bungalow or something of that nature? And you have plenty of time to look at getting the most price for your property because you're not in a rush to sell. Okay, but also the right time to look for the right property that will come up in the right area that you can then acquire. Okay, I'm not personally a fan of equity release, which is why I'm not going to suggest that you look at that at this moment in time. But what I would look at is one eye to the future of, can I buy a bungalow or a smaller property that would allow us to then, and this is particularly relevant if you haven't got a pension or you're worried about what's going to happen to your pension in the future, is that by downsizing, you would release some of that equity as cash. You'd get rid of your liability, which is your mortgage, and then you've got a chunk of cash to see you through retirement, maybe help the kids out and that sort of thing if you want to, maybe enjoy your life and go on some nice holidays, but you've got a property that you own outright, and that will be then your forever home into the future. Okay. Now, what I would be tempted to look at is making some overpayments every month on your current situation. And it might be worth, I'll be honest with you, Jonathan, I saw a video this week, which really, it was by some kind of financial guru, and it really started me thinking about how mortgages work in practice. And his suggestion was the reason when you pay a mortgage, you're paying over the course of that period of month, you're paying basically compound interest over the course of that 30-day period of a month, right? Now, his suggestion was to make tiny payments every single month. Sorry, make tiny payments every single day over the course of a month. So maybe £1 a day over that 30-day period, and then you make your mortgage payment at the end of the month. Okay. Now, he suggested, and I haven't done the numbers on this yet, but I'm gonna run this through some spreadsheets because I think this is genius. His suggestion that by doing that, it stops the impact of the compound interest accumulating over that 30 days. Okay. And as a consequence, you end up reducing massively the timeline upon which most people take their mortgage. So most people do it over 25 years. His suggestion was, by doing this, and he seemed to have worked it all out, was that it would actually cut down your mortgage by 4/5. Okay, so you pay it off within 5 years rather than 25, which is crazy. As I say, I've not done those numbers, but it's something worth exploring, and whether or not it's worth you paying an extra regular amount every single day on your mortgage, and then your mortgage payment at the end of the month, and seeing what impact that has over a course of a 12 to 24 month period. All right, sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty exciting. One thing that I'm going to look at and see what impact that actually has, because I think it could be quite phenomenal. Okay, so that would be the kind of couple of approaches that I would take. Look at the future, downsizing, releasing some cash, getting rid of your liability. That's first and foremost. Secondly, making smaller payments every single day over the course of your mortgage period to reduce down the overall term and the amount of interest that you're ending up paying. Okay, because it could well be that you end up, you said it runs out in 10 years, right? Your mortgage. So it could well be that by following this strategy with your current income, that you end up paying off your mortgage a lot sooner. I'm just throwing it out there as an option. Okay, it's one that I've yet to explore, but see how you get on with it. And if anybody else out there is a financial guru and they've got spreadsheets that they've run this through, and you can prove to me that it works, then I'd love to see those, because I think this is a strategy that the WiggyWam community certainly needs to know about, and we should be shouting it from the rooftops. Okay, so hope that helps, Jonathan. If you want to go into this question in a little bit more detail, if you want to have a one-to-one with me, a conversation, more than happy to do that. Just let me know. But I wish you the best of luck with whatever it is you decide to do. I don't think dumping 50 grand into your to pay off your mortgage is going to be a worthwhile strategy. Reading between the lines, I think it will put you under too much pressure personally, because I think the 75,000 that you've got at the moment is a good buffer for you personally, a good financial buffer. And as I say, if you lock that 12 months of expenses away, you might find that's maybe £40,000. That'll leave you with 35, and try this strategy out, see what you think, and see how you get on with it. Okay, so best of luck, and let me know how you got on. All right, thanks, Jonathan. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you for joining me here this week on this week's webinar. It's been fantastic, as always, to get back in the saddle and start answering your property questions. We're here doing this every single week, and if you've got property questions that you'd like to send in to us, you can do that via email, which is happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. That's happytohelp@wiggywam.co.uk. You can find us on Twitter. Twitter handle is @wiggywam_UK. That's @wiggywam_UK. Or you can go to our website, which is wiggywam.co.uk. You can sign up, join, get a free profile on there, and start getting yourself immersed into the WiggyWam community. You're going to find a host of information, blogs, videos, all sorts of great resources on there that will help you with your property investment journey, or your property journey if you're looking at buying as a first-time buyer or a second-time home mover. Or if you've never bought in the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we're here to help you with your house move there as well. So that is wiggywam.co.uk, and you can send us questions directly through the messaging system there as well, which will be fantastic. So I'll look forward to seeing you again next week. As I say, we are on for week 26 next week, which is going to be really exciting. And we've got some amazing things in the pipeline that are going to be part of the WiggyWam community. So stay tuned. Thank you for all your love and support. We're getting an incredible amount of interest and traction on our website right now. If you haven't submitted blogs or you haven't submitted videos to our news page on our website, I'm going to encourage you to start doing that right now, because I'm seeing huge traction, and I'm not just making this up. Go and check it out yourself. We're seeing, hundreds, if not thousands, of views on these videos right now, and on blogs. People are putting blogs on there, getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,000 or more views and interactions on their blogs on there right now. So we're getting huge amounts of traction, and I'm really grateful for every single one of you for being part of the amazing WiggyWam community. And if there's anything that we can do to support you, please do let us know. So that's it for me this week. Thank you once again for your love, care, and attention. Wishing you all the very best for the coming week, and have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you same time, same place next week. All right. Thanks ever so much, guys. You take care. Be good. Bye-bye.